I just had to update it to reflect the show that was happening. The only place I'm signed into the Cookouts Twitch account is on my iPad.
Oh, got you.
Well, I think I'm live. I didn't get a notification on either of my devices. The channel went live, which is concerning.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh, there it
exit
goes.
host mode.
Oh snap! We live, yo.
This can't be the first time you've been on the Cookout channel. I don't know why are you so excited.
It's like the third time.
So this is number 3 for me too. I think.
What did I do before? I was Creator Showcase, Kickback, and this is my third time.
You see now you have your own show.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Look at that over there. This is the Major and Anchor. I'm surprised you made that and actually put your name second.
Why? Of course. Why would I? You're the pro here. You have more experience than me, obviously. So
If you say so. I just say a lot of things and just look smart.
Hey, that's the best way. It's the best way. I mean, who gonna tell you wrong?
A lot of people, really. It's the internet. They wait.
Man,
So,
forget the Ethernet.
Just say something. I'll wait.
One of these days. Okay, I'm just kidding. No violence on the channel.
Somebody's waiting. There's always somebody's waiting to tell you wrong.
Always. It's always people mad for no reason. Like, why are you mad though?
Because it doesn't work.
Let us live in our ignorance, okay?
I mean, I don't like to live in ignorance. Remember, we got rid of a whole story because I was like, no speculation for me. I don't like it. I don't like doing it. I like to know what I'm talking about.
I mean, you know.
Like, you sit there and thought, like, wait, I don't think any of us own an Android device. How are any of us qualified to talk about Android?
You know, I technically do.
I mean, sure, if you want to bring technicalities into it, yes, I have a Nexus 6P sitting over there. I have an NVIDIA Shield TV in a box now. Both of those devices were replaced by Apple-made products.
Shoot, I got an LG Rumor Touch in here somewhere. That don't even run Android OS. Like, I don't understand. Like, is this TI?
Oh my god!
What is this? I don't even know what version
is the calculator running Android?
Is this TI 36X Pro?
Stop.
An Android device?
Just stop.
What's up, Kev?
I can't with you. No. Oh
Lord, is this an instrument?
Oh Lord, the youth. Oh my god. I'm not even Jamaican. It is just like whole ass American over here. It's just like the youth.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the youth.
Oh my god. Is this game capture an instrument? I'm just kidding. Because this, I mean.
Wait, why? Is it an instrument or is it running Android?
Both.
Well, I mean, I would say it's an instrument. Is it running Android? No.
How do we know, though? How do we know? We don't know.
We do. I don't understand how we don't know.
It's all speculation.
Is it?
I know you don't like speculation.
This was not speculation. It's not speculation. I know it doesn't.
I don't know.
It doesn't. Spoiler alert. It doesn't.
It does. Oh my god.
Woo, I
child.
need help.
Kev, how are you, my friend? How are you doing? It's
Oh my
been a
goodness.
long time.
These
Thank
youngins.
you for being here. Hey, I am not that much. We discussed this. I am actually 84.
That just makes it worse now. All right, so while
That's
we're
good.
while
I'm
we're
glad you're good.
warming up here, I mean, I guess we can introduce this a little bit later too, but I'm curious, what is your first piece of tech? Like, what was the first piece of tech, like real tech, not like some VTech bullshit, but like your real, like the real first real piece of tech?
Etch a sketch.
I set the line at VTech, but she went below the line. I don't understand
Okay, okay.
what's happening right
Actually,
now.
listen. No, actually, it was one of those crap. You know the little device. I was gonna say leap pad, but that's not true. My first piece of tech that I remember is, the little device had like the keyboard. It had like this little display. It taught you how to do like numbers and alphabet and stuff. I can't remember. Maybe that was VTech before it was VTech. I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, see, Cat knows what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
let's all right. Let's make this really simple. I feel like everybody now can answer this question. What was your first phone?
Oh, my first phone. It was a Motorola pill looking shape phone, track phone. Had the had no texting cap. Actually, it did have texting capabilities, but it was had to press the multiple
T
buttons
nine.
1 through 9. Yeah, to cycle through the letters. Yeah,
The fact that you don't know that that's T9.
you know.
You know, I should have held auditions. Not just go for the first person.
Wow.
Not go for the first person who takes a post of mine on Instagram and then shares it as a story. Like, that's the one I want.
Samsung flip phone from Singular. That's how old you are.
Let's see.
You talking about the little silver phone, Kev?
I had my first phone was a Motorola. I think it was like a V320 or V230, something like that. It was a V something. It was a silver. It was a silver flip phone,
Mm-hmm.
very bulky, like a beetle or some shit.
Oh shoot! Actually, I think I
Um,
know what you're talking about. I've seen one of those.
yeah, I
I've
had
held
that.
one in my
Had it on
hand.
like on a prepaid plan. I think it was through Singular. I can't remember.
Ooh, does Singular
Um,
still exist?
no,
Uh-huh.
because they became AT&T.
That's right. You're
Because
right. I
remember, the first
forgot.
iPhone was to be launched on Singular,
Really?
but it was AT&T because while we were waiting for the iPhone, AT&T bought Singular.
I did not know that.
So the first iPhones were on AT&T only because they were partnering with Singular initially.
Wow. Interesting. Muy interesante.
Okay,
Okay.
maybe an easier question for you while we still got a little bit of time. First smartphone.
My first smartphone, Galaxy S2.
Mine was the Moto Q.
The what?
The Moto Q. It was a Windows mobile device,
Oh,
not
ooh.
Windows Phone,
Oh.
like you youngins think. No, Windows Mobile. It's Windows Mobile.
I
It was a mobile OS that came out before Windows Phone.
I never
Um,
heard of that.
I went to the Mobile Q9C, and then wound up in Android with the
Mm.
HTC Evo 4G.
I wanted the Evo, but after my S2 that my great friends in ROTC in high school broke one day as they were running through the building and bumped into me and it flew out of my hand. Um, I went to an iPhone 4S after that, and I've been on iPhone.
Well, if you would, wait, you wanted an Evo when you had your S2,
Yeah.
so then you were probably, and again, The Evo I had was on Sprint's fake 4G.
Not fake.
Well, because it was WiMAX.
Yeah, yeah.
It was WiMAX.
I actually know what that is. My Network Plus study has paid off.
Yes, so I had the Evo 4G that was on WiMAX. Then, a couple of years later, Sprint and HTC launched the Evo 4G LTE.
Oh.
They had it was the 4G, it was a Evo 4G, Evo 3D, or something like that. And then it was a 4G LTE.
Oh, okay. You know, I did consider going back to Android, but
No, I'm good.
I'm
good with
I'm
that.
just so accustomed to iPhone now. I mean, you know, there's no point because then I have to, you know.
Again, the fact that if
yeah.
I wasn't planning on buying a new iPhone every year or 2 years, the iPhone 7 Plus that I first got would still be getting updates several years from now. Like, they only just recently cut out like the iPhone 6 with iOS 13.
Really? Actually, I knew that.
My
I actually knew
iPad
that.
Mini 2 did not get iOS 13 this year.
Wow.
And that thing came out like 2013, 2014. So, yeah. Android, you'd be lucky if you get 2.
That's crazy. I honestly, wow. I just don't understand why you have to. I mean, I get why, because if they don't like phase out the phones, nobody's really ever going to upgrade them.
But it's nothing to do with phasing out anything.
Yeah.
It's the hardware.
That's true.
With Android, because they're building it for so many different devices with so many different configurations, they can't guarantee anything past 2 years. With iOS, with Mac OS, with tvOS, with whatever Apple is doing with their OSs, they can guarantee it for a while because they control the whole means of production. Like, outside of maybe making for their Macs, like they go to Intel for their chips, like for the CPUs, and they use AMD for graphics or whatever. But like, if you look at the iPhones, the iPads, all of that is custom. All of those are custom chips. So it's like they know what they can do, and they know they know specifically how to code for them. So they can continue to give these updates. They may not have the latest features, but at least when it comes to just like the base OS, they can still deliver a lot of the new things that new phones get.
I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, thanks for the insight. Because I was just like, I actually know somebody who's still using the 4S.
So, I think the 4S just had to take an update because their GPS stuff was going to break.
Oh. So, man, that thing was heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
Chunky and heavy.
Small. They were small. They were like itty bitty.
It was like, oh my God, I found a picture I was on campus with one of my best friends, and my 4S was in the picture on the table. And I was like, that thing is so tiny. And I thought I was out here doing stuff. Like, the screen was like, I mean, really?
I remember when I got my Evo, I had an iPod Touch. That's how I was still connected with iOS, even though not really having an iPhone. I remember when I got my Evo 4G, and I was taking the week to kind of move between my iPod Touch, which I did so much with it to get it to work like an iPhone.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna wing off of this, and I realized, like, wait, no, this thing is like really small. No, I don't want this anymore, and just kind of forgot about my iPod Touch.
Yeah, that thing is tiny. I still have mine. It's there somewhere.
Yeah, I definitely don't know where mine is.
I thought I was doing something when I got my little iPod Touch. I was like, oh yeah, I can text iPhone now, because my friends were like going to iPhone, the 3GS at that time. So I was like, oh, Yes, I can do these things. Sorry, I'm just like moving my giant printer out of the way.
Oh no, you good.
slowly. um, but yeah, I just it is what it is. And okay, all right.
And now she's
Yeah,
just breaking everything over there before
I
the show.
am. I am. Gotta have content. You know. Yeah. Here's my dusty, not charged. I don't even know what
What
version this is.
generation iPod Touch is that?
This is an 8 GB. Uh, shit, I don't even know.
Let me see the
Trying to
back
look at
of
the.
it. Does it have a camera on it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's definitely way. It's younger than the one I had. I had the first gen. I had the first
What?
gen iPod Touch.
Oh my god.
It was the first thing I think I ever like bought, like first like tech that I outright bought,
Yeah.
and first thing I bought from Apple. And it was the first thing I ever got that was shipped from China, and I thought that was the coolest thing.
Oh snap.
I was like, we doing big things. We getting get things being sent directly from China. Like, let's go.
Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna clean that up later. I'm having technical
Oh
difficulties
my
here.
goodness.
You want an iPod Classic still? I don't even remember what the first one looked like because I don't even know where the charger is. No, the charger for this is at work. It doesn't even hold a charge anymore like that. That's the crazy thing. And the emojis are so crazy. It's crazy how much this stuff changes over time, honestly. It is amazing. But I was so happy when I got this. I was like, oh yeah, I can watch movies now. I can do a whole lot of stuff on this tiny, super tiny screen.
But
And
I mean, back then it was huge.
At the size difference.
But back then it was huge. That screen was actually kind of big.
I mean, in my tiny hands at that time. But you know.
All right. Well, it is 7 o'clock.
It's about that time. It is that time.
It is definitely that time.
It is that time.
I gotta find that line. That dope line that we wrote.
You got that fancy. You got some fancy intro music.
No,
I ain't even think about that.
I do not. This is a very, very rough cut.
All right, I got you.
I was like, did she just pull out like that song, that lottery song from All About the Benjamins? 547. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, are you shopping this holiday season? Should you pick up that console? Being careful when shopping online? Or are you stuck in update hell?
Oh my gosh, this is the Cookout podcast series you all didn't even know you were waiting for, yo. It's Tech Talk Thursdays with Major and Anka. We over here about to educate y'all. We about to give you some tips. We about to go in. Okay. So let's get started.
I thought she was about to hit the like Cardi B. Like no.
It was right there. It was right there on the tip of my tongue, but I didn't do it because I was like, if it doesn't come out right, I'm gonna look foolish. So
come on. Well, all right. Yes, thank you everybody tuning in to the inaugural episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. Of course, I'm your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, tech admin for the Cookout, content creator. All right, I really need to work out like what is the official, what is this actually called? What is the Cookout? I need to what is the, who are we? We need True back.
True. Where are you?
Please come back.
Estás?
Yes, I am tech admin for the Cookout, and I am joined here by the lovely.
Hi guys. Hey everybody. Idios and Anka here. That's my official handle online.
I'm glad,
but I just go by Anka.
Pronounce that because I just Idios and idiosyncrasy.
It's derived. Yeah, see, you did it. Yes, that's correct. It's derived from idiosyncratic, and my nickname. You know, because I'm idiosyncratic person. You
What
know,
does that even
crazy.
mean?
It means I'm peculiar and eccentric, and I'm
Uh,
crazy.
why not just say peculiar,
So
eccentric, and crazy?
because that's a long username, and I don't
Look,
got time for
hey, that's them. You said it the one time. You don't have to say it again.
that. Anyway,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I lost some people. Oh,
what happened? Oh,
so yeah, my internet has this weird little quirk. It tends to drop out every so often.
hey,
So
it's doing
apparently, yeah,
better than me.
yeah, I don't like
My
that.
screen
Sorry,
frozen
sorry
though.
guys, we're back.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, we're back.
Mm. But like I was saying, I'm a secretary. I've been kind of away, so kind of me coming back. My life was, it was doing what it was doing. I'm back. Hey y'all, I missed y'all. I love y'all. Oh god. Hey.
Yes, please, people, do not adjust your sets. It is actually my internet connection. Every so often, for some strange reason, it will just drop. So yeah, it was not you guys. It was on my end. Sorry about that.
Made you over
Um,
here slipping.
I mean, this is what happens when you have that gigabit. You know, you're just doing way too much.
Hey, you gotta do better. Get good.
All right, so a little bit of information about the Tech Podcast. Again, this is Tech Talk Thursdays, unless we come up with a better name for it. Again, I like Tech Talk Thursdays. We're going to be
I
here,
do too.
hopefully, each and every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, you get bought the greatest tech news by North Carolina's finest,
You're
bringing black representation, bringing POC representation to the tech community, because that's what we do.
because we out here and
Yes.
we are dominating, and
Mm,
everybody should know this.
you heard. Uh, what we do here is like we're gonna bring in topics to talk about what's going on in the tech sphere every week. Have a little discussion about it, and if we have some time, take some questions from the audience because
Hmm.
hey, everybody's here. We're all here to learn. So
Hmm.
hey, maybe I can learn something from
Please,
you guys.
please educate us as well. Cause don't let us be out here in ignorance
Exactly.
because
No ignorant
you
zone.
know.
See, it's like lesson one. Don't smack your mic. Don't do that. That's lesson one. Do not
Woo!
don't smack your mic. Just don't
And
do
he
that.
calling me unprofessional, y'all.
All
He over
right.
here smacking mics.
What does the C in VCR stand for?
Cassette.
Oh, now it does. Didn't it's not what it's not that's not what the conversation went like last time.
Hey, Casey, you bringing up my past. What do we say? Don't dwell in the past. Focus on the future. Always forward.
We learn from our
Okay.
past, youngin. uh,
Oh
all right.
goodness.
So what do we have to discuss today, Anka?
Oh my gosh, we have a lot of things to discuss, you guys. It's gonna be exciting. First up, we got a gift guide because holiday season's coming up. So, we need to educate y'all about stuff you need to buy and stuff you need to hold off on. Don't jump the gun, you know? Don't jump the gun. And then we're gonna talk about like some cybersecurity stuff, just keep you safe while you're doing your online shopping and just your general everyday shopping and stuff. And then we're gonna, hit up that good old lovely Windows 10 update because that is out. And you guys should stay updated.
Or not?
Slap Steve. Right.
So, all right, let's go ahead and hop into the gift guide. Of course, Black Friday is now upon us. I mean, you look left, right, and everywhere. Black Kev keeps us up to date in the Discord about what deals are coming out. So y'all already
Mm-hmm.
know every store in existence has already put out their Black Friday ads. They're already like wanting us to buy things now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten to a point where again, like I protest all stores on Thanksgiving because like why are we opening stores on Thanksgiving? These folks got families, they want to eat turkey too. Like what are we
Exactly.
doing? Like I can wait till Friday. It's fine.
Honestly,
Um,
like that don't make sense.
like even when they're online, it's like no, I'm not going to Best Spot on Thursday. I will go on Friday. The website will still be there at
It
midnight on
will.
Friday.
And it will be there on Cyber Monday.
Exactly. Or for the whole month apparently. But yes, capitalism.
it's all a mind trick, y'all. Don't get played
Don't
by
do it.
this economy, okay?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do
It's not. Stay smart. Don't get trampled.
No.
I mean, if you gotta throw, run some fades, but I'm not condoning violence.
Exactly.
So.
Look, we here at Tech Talk Thursdays do not condone violence on Black Friday or any other day. Don't do it. But hey, look, things happen, and
Stay safe out here.
Exactly, gotta stay safe.
See, the whole week after is a sale for Amazon. See, they out here trying to make you gotta stay out here in the cold, in the wilderness. Knowing Black people don't do that, but sometimes you do.
No, on Black Friday, no, all that gets thrown out. I've seen Walmarts in the hood. Like that.
Oh God.
When I saw that, I was like, no, I'm not doing this ever again. I lost faith in you. I don't say that I lose faith in humanity much. That was one of those times when they shredded an entire Xbox 360 stand. Like, they knocked over employees and everything. I was like, no, I'm out.
No, see, it's not worth it. Like, unless somebody actually throw some hands, I'm not going to Black Friday. You will not catch me out there.
It's the worst. It's the worst. But speaking of Xboxes, speaking of consoles, there are going to be those bundles out there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you right now that unless you are picking up an Xbox One, do not pick up a console this season. Don't do it. Just don't even worry about it. If you pick up a Switch, that's one thing.
Right.
Pick up a Switch, it's fine. Honestly, the only big boy console outside of a computer, which I recommend, everybody just buy a computer, just, get over it. We don't have to worry about consoles again. But if you are picking up a console this holiday season, I do recommend that you do pick up the Xbox One through their All Access program.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Overwatch 2 is not coming out for a while. Jeff Kaplan said there's no date for that. There's no date for that. It's like it's not coming out anytime soon.
Honestly, they out here playing with our emotions at this point. I'm getting tired.
So with the X, I'm gonna actually post this link in the chat. Give me a second.
Click that.
If I can copy, there we go.
Yeah, click that. Do some research.
Yeah.
So is Xbox All Access kind of the same as Game Pass?
It's no, it's not that.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you remember, they did this one time before with the Xbox 360, and they did this a few months ago with the Xbox One, and it's actually how I got my Xbox One X. What it is it's not a rent to own, but kind of. It's almost like it's like your cell phones. Like cell phones nowadays on your big carriers. Mm-hmm. When you go pick up your phone, you're paying a certain amount on your phone for about 2 years. Mm. It's not subsidized anyway. Again, this phone costs about, I don't know, maybe $1,200 because Apple is crazy and so am I.
my
but
woo! All right.
What Verizon does, or what Apple does, or the carriers do, is they split the payments of the device, of the whole device, over 2 years. So you pay, I pay $40 something a month for my phone. This is the same thing with Xbox. So what you do is you get a Xbox console, whether it's the S Digital, or the X. You get 2 years of Xbox Live and 2 years of Game Pass.
Oh.
And I think if that's combined, I think it's just Game Pass Ultimate. Because when I picked it up, it was 2 separate products. Mm-hmm. But now they just give you Ultimate. So if you have a PC, well, then now you just get more stuff. Mm-hmm. But they bundle all of that together. And again, when you pick your console, you can pick an Xbox bundle. So you can get the actually, no, they don't have the Call of Duty one because Call of Duty is PlayStation. You can pick up any of those Xbox bundles that come with the game. Mm-hmm. You get the Live, you get the Game Pass, and you pay for it over 2 years.
Okay.
The thing with this one is the reason why this is better than any of the previous ones, and why I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't wait, is that for the Xbox One X, if you pay up to 12 months on that Xbox, so whatever the equivalent is of 12 months of the payments of 30, I think it's $31, you can trade up to the new Xbox. And if
Really?
you pick it up now, if you pick up the bundle now with All Access, you're essentially getting the Scarlet at launch.
Wow. See, I
Why are we
never.
doing that?
Hey, I gotta let the people know. They already know what's good. They
I mean,
already know what's good. Okay.
and
But no.
and with the S editions, so with the Xbox One S, it is 18 months. And again, it's the equivalent of 18 months. Not you have to wait 18 months. And you get to trade in. You get to trade up. With the S, all digital, you get to trade you do 18 months and it's a $20 fee that you have to pay to trade up.
Okay.
Of course, this is conditional of a credit check, so you are taking that loan out to pay for that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, and it's no interest, 0% interest. You are paying that $31, that 20 some dollars, the $20.
No interest?
No interest for the 24 months.
I might have to check this out.
Exactly. Like I've seen a teenager. So this is why I'm really upset. When I did mine, I went to the Microsoft store in Durham. I applied for the Xbox, got approved, but a teenager was applying before me. He got approved, got the last Xbox One X.
Oh, shoot.
And then walked out the store. I had to wait 3 days to get my Xbox.
When can you even establish credit? Hold up a second. Wait a minute.
You got that social security number, you can establish your credit. How you think your bills and how you think some of the bills for your house were in your name when you were like 10?
Hey, none of that was ever happened to me. I don't know what kind of life you were living.
Me, I was a kid. I was just living kid life.
I would find out. I would find. Look, if I ever, what kind of.
I ain't checking for age.
Grew up to find. We got 5 accounts in our name.
Just need a name and a social security number.
I wish somebody would. Oh,
just need a name and a social security number. That's all they need.
Oh, that's fighting words.
But yeah, like it's. I mean, outside of the credit check. Outside of the credit check, to get the loan or get the credit for the Xbox, like it's a fairly simple process. Mm-hmm. And like the prices are low enough to where like it's a no-brainer for people who can't save the $800 for an Xbox One X, or even like the $400 just to get the cheapest one. Mm-hmm. For the low-income families who wanted to try to get something for their families, because again, like an Xbox plays the 4K Blu-rays. You get the you could do your Netflix streaming, your Disney Plus, whatever, all through the Xbox. Like
Praise God for Disney Plus.
I mean, credit bad for the credit.
You don't even know what credit is. How your credit bad?
I'm not entirely sure if it can be done through I got mine through the Microsoft Store. What I was seeing on the website that I posted in the chat, this was about a month or so ago, or like when they first launched it. You can get it through Amazon. Yeah, so Amazon is a participating retailer. I'm pretty sure you can get it in the Microsoft Store too. I don't see why they wouldn't do that. And then too, like with these bundles, with these all access bundles, you're saving $100. Like I actually sat there and did all the numbers. I pulled out calculators and was just punching numbers in and doing the divisions. Like for each of these consoles, they are not lying. Like you are saving, at least with the Xbox One X, you are saving $101.01. They are not lying.
Oh wow!
You are saving just over $100.
See, I'm gonna have to really consider this, because I just don't. I'm gonna consider it, even though I don't like making monthly payments. Like I hate making monthly payments. It just zaps my soul a little bit. But it's no interest.
And and then with that too, like when I was saying, like, hey, if you're gonna buy a console, buy this one. If you had the money to drop on a system already, why not just do the all access, get the credit, and it's like, all right, yeah, here's the money.
I
Like
mean,
you can
yeah,
just like
if
just
it's
pay it all off right then, and you ain't got to worry about nothing. Like
especially, yeah, because okay, so it would be helping your credit
yeah,
if you pay
exactly.
it
Like you opened it
right.
up and then immediately closed it.
Finesse.
Again, that's how I got my credit score
Boom.
up. Like I got a car and then sold it within 2 years and did that twice, and man, my credit went up.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to share these secrets because
No, don't do that.
we struggling out here.
No, don't do that. It don't work for every car. I learned that lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Saving money is hard though.
I save some money doing Bing searches and buy directly to Microsoft. Yeah, so I mean, I would check again. Like the website just lists Amazon, but I'm pretty sure like if you were to go to the Microsoft store, they may be able to help you out with that too.
Yeah.
Um, and I have a friend who does the Bing searches and does the credit stuff. I don't. I
That
give
sounds like a
him
lot of effort.
I give him crap because I said, look at you over there binging. You're sitting over there
Because
just
it's not
binging.
Google.
It's exactly what are you doing? What are you doing right here?
Because it's not
Um,
Googling.
but yeah, like if you're having to choose between a PlayStation and Xbox, honestly, if you do not have, it's that thing where it's like if you don't have it, you don't want it by now. If you do
Mm-hmm.
not have that PS4, you don't want it by now. Just wait until the PS5 gets announced. All the PS4 games that have come out that will be coming out will be playable on your PS5. They've guaranteed backwards compatibility. It's the same thing with Xbox, but at least if you were to do Xbox All Access,
Mm-hmm.
you can play now, and then like next year you can upgrade. You can still play the games you got, and then play all the new games that are coming out, like what's that, Halo Infinite. So,
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
and speaking
I
of,
didn't get a chance to watch the stream today because, of course, work. But the one there was some good games that I was this.
yeah, like
So
XO19, if you have not checked, like they came out with bangers today. I would like. I have never really been an Xbox fan up until like the release of the Xbox One, and when Phil Spencer took over, it was like this is man, just woo.
Xbox Master Race. Just saying, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's true.
I
Okay.
mean, but his PC is great though.
You know, we're not talking about the PCs right now. We're talking about Xbox because Xbox Master Race. Why
Well,
y'all always got to bring PC into the equation? I don't understand.
I'm gonna switch gears here. I am gonna talk about PC because also again talking about bundles. Definitely keep a lookout for discounted PC hardware, especially a graphics card if you're trying to upgrade. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out on PC a couple of weeks ago,
Oh, just
and
now?
it is murder on like normal, like I mean your everyday hardware. Like I'm afraid to buy it and run it on my GTX 1080 because I'm afraid it's going to melt it. So you know
Ooh,
that
sounds pretty bad.
there's going to be deals on your graphics cards this holiday season. Because all the games be on exactly.
Nah,
Exactly.
no, ain't no exactly. Liza, don't be encouraging this foolishness. Okay, no.
um, but yeah, so there are going to be bundles with a lot of your graphics cards, a lot of hardware that's coming out. So definitely take a look at that stuff. Upgrade your graphics card over the holiday season. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Bitcoin won't be a thing like it was 2 years ago. Like I bought my GTX 1080 like maybe 2 days before Bitcoin became a thing, and all the graphics card prices went up.
Ooh,
Like I bought mine under
that's,
retail,
that's tough.
and like the next day I looked and like they were all gone. They just sold
That's
up
tough.
and they were like thousands of dollars. So
Mm.
definitely keep a lookout for those hardware bundles. Again, if anything, gaming wise, just stay away from the PS4.
I
Sorry.
forgot about Google's thing. I'm
No,
glad
no,
you brought that
you know
up.
why I forget about that.
I forgot about
Google has already forgotten about Google Stadia. They're like, I've seen the news coming out for that, and they're looking like, oh crap, we forgot that feature. Yeah, that won't be
We
a
did
launch.
announce that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Wow.
oh man, I forgot. I was too busy worried about Google Wave.
Oh, wow. Hey, chill. What did I say about living in the past, Major? Oh,
Google was too busy doing other things to worry about Stadia, to where like they go live. I think it goes live tomorrow if I'm not mistaken, either tomorrow or Monday. And they are
not country internet. You're right though, Kev. You are right.
But
Ooh.
Google Stadia ain't ready for nobody's internet. As much as I really wanted to believe in it, they're not ready. I'd say hold off until like they put out the free stuff next
Mm-hmm.
year. Hopefully they'll have a lot of this stuff worked out to where like maybe whatever their pro version is, you'd be more willing to put into it. Like I do feel for the people who spend $130 and they're not like at one point they announced things like, oh, we're not getting this. Well, they never really said they were going to give you that, but okay. It's whatever. But now they're getting things like, oh, I remember them saying that. And that's not, oh, yeah, nah, I'm good.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Mm-mm.
honestly, if you have, like, so I'm not sure what the status it is because I have no Android device.
Right.
If you do have an Android, yeah, that's a thing.
Uh-huh.
That's a whole thing. If you do have an Android device,
What's an Android?
I do recommend that you check out Project X Cloud. They are in, I think, a public beta now for their Xbox stuff. So definitely, you want to try out cloud gaming. I do recommend that you try out Project X Cloud, Microsoft's foray into this. Like they announced some good stuff for that at XO. If you want to talk about some cloud gaming goodness, what Microsoft has put out there is really good. And then, again, they're not charging anybody for that.
What?
They're not charging anybody. It's just a
I
beta.
need to get
They
hip.
acknowledged it as a beta. It's like, all right, here it is. I might see if it runs on my Nexus 6P.
Wow.
I'll be curious to see if it does, and then I might try it out. But yeah,
See, honestly, I've been out of the look. When I tell you my life has been hectic, I've been out of the for so long. So you are really like giving me a lot of life right now with all this information.
I tell you,
Cause
you need to hook up that Feedly feed I gave you.
I still haven't done.
You need to do that because that's the one thing that keeps me grounded.
I mean, this is like really good. I really appreciate you knowing about a lot of this stuff because I would have been out here lost in the wilderness trying to figure out what the heck I was doing with my technical life, but I've at the same time been focusing on my certification. So
Look, I've got no choice but to stay on this because
you're right.
Of course, some
You're right.
more shopping tips for you this holiday season. Of course, we have mentioned before our disdain for capitalism and going outside. Please
Don't go outside. It's bad for you.
don't if you don't have to go to the stores, do not do that. A lot of the deals are online. They're online now and will be online for days to come, like weeks, probably up until Christmas Eve or even Christmas Day. Actually, I think there will be
Honestly.
sales after Christmas.
New Year's sales, like hello,
Like
y'all,
it doesn't
do
make any
not.
sense to go outside. I mean, granted, sure, that might mean the death of the retail, like the brick and mortar store. But at the same time, I mean, I look at it from the aspect of,
Just pick it up at the store. Just
yeah,
pick it
you
up at
go
the store.
pick it up
Order
at the
online, pick it up at
store,
the store.
like
You know.
just choose to do that like on a Friday morning where, people are okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then if you have to go out, and I know this isn't tech related, but again, we're just going to talk about Black Friday shopping
Mm-hmm.
or holiday shopping in general. Excuse me, Doritos are coming back.
Ooh.
Be nice. Be nice to retail employees.
Mm-hmm.
Some people may have never had to deal with that, like had to be retail. I've had to be retail. Now, granted, it was only for a grocery store, but people are just
Mm-hmm.
nasty in the grocery store. Period. So
Honestly, for no reason.
I can only imagine what it's like to work at a Best Buy or a Walmart or a Target, unless you live in like Falls Church, Virginia, or Morrisville.
Oh.
If you've been to the
Morris.
Walmart in Morrisville, it's a delight. Remember I told you I lost faith in humanity? I was in
Mm-hmm.
a Durham Walmart. I left that Walmart.
First of all, you in Durham.
I was coming from Creedmoor. I left that Walmart, and this is when I used to live near Morrisville. I went to the Morrisville Walmart. I don't even know why, but I just went there anyway, and it was so pleasant, clean. Like the stands were still assembled.
What?
Everybody was pleasant. It was like,
Oh my god.
but like Morrisville's a part of the Research Triangle Park, so
That's true.
and
That's true.
like everybody out there got money and common sense.
Oh,
So
you got money.
So it was nice. And then my
Oh,
faith
you
in
gotta
humanity
watch.
was restored. I just knew I could only be in certain places.
I mean, well, shoot, maybe I need to make a trip from Greensboro.
I mean,
Reason.
hey, yeah, because
Because listen,
Cone ain't gonna be that for you.
listen, okay. I hate the Walmart at Pyramid Village on Cone Boulevard, and I
Oh my,
hate the
it's the
Walmart on
worst.
Wendover.
Those,
Trash
yeah, those are the worst.
for no reason. And people be in there. This is totally off topic, but people be in there at 2 in the morning being destructive. Go home.
I
Go to
mean,
sleep.
to be fair, when I was at A&T, I did go into a Walmart real late with some friends, and we just did some dumb things.
What's an A&T? I'm just kidding. Let's party.
Wow, wow, wow. You know, see, these children are so disrespectful, so disrespectful. Um, let's see,
Yeah.
KK. So Kevin says also make an Amazon wish list of the things you want now, and when it goes on sale, you can see the price change. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And be patient with the retail workers. People are nasty to be nasty. And right now, I feel sorry for employees of
Ooh,
Pop Up.
Popeyes.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
No, no, no. Honestly, though, y'all just, I
Be
know
nice.
most of y'all are nice, genuine, caring people. But, if you see somebody out here at the stores, at Best Buy or whatever, trying to, just being rude for no reason, don't be afraid to check them. I mean, because if they're being rude to the employee's attitude might change, and then it's just gonna be a bad experience for all of y'all. Or if you're not bold enough to run some fades, you just give the employees a bit of encouragement and be like, hey, I understand you probably been here since 6 a.m. this morning, so it's almost over. It is almost over. Keep your head up. There are nice people out here. Just be patient,
Yeah,
and it's just a material item that you at the end of the day,
yeah,
it's something you want. So don't snap somebody's neck off because you didn't get your Elite 2 controller, okay?
yeah. I mean, you just order from Microsoft. That's fine. I don't think they're on sale. They didn't announce that today, so
Right. I mean, and besides, if you order online and pick up in the store, you can stroll right past all them angry,
oh, it is the
ravenous
best. It
customers
is
and
the
look them in their eyes and be
best.
like,
It is the best.
yes,
And
that
it's
is a
and for
great
me,
feeling.
like the thing is, like with TVs, especially like they got they'll probably have the doorbusters for TVs or whatever. My thing is a decent 4K TV, smart TV at that, at a decent size. Like I'm looking like a 40, 42, 43 inch TV.
Mm-hmm.
They're already like retail $250.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even have to try. Like that's just me just all right, yeah, pick up this TV. I'm gonna mount it in my house later. It's fine. Hey, there you go, and just be out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just be smart, y'all. Just be smart.
Did that for your Spider-Man PS4 at Small Mart. Really want to know why you call that Small Mart.
Smart.
You really want to know what the point is behind Small Mart.
I am
Um,
crying.
but all right, so let's talk about some security.
Woo. Yay,
Yeah,
security.
look, she's bright. She's ready to go. Like the
The
one thing she knows is
one
security
thing I know.
because I'm terrible at it.
Yeah. All right, so y'all, I am hyped for this part of this podcast because I'm actually um I'm well not getting into I'm going down a cybersecurity path, and at work we've been really, really trying to train employees to be wary of um cybercrime and cyber attacks that are so basic that you just kind of don't even pay attention to them. So basically, what I want to talk about to y'all before I get into the other cybersecurity stuff is just like shopping online. Pay attention to what sites you're on. Pay attention to the links. Whenever you get ready to click on a link to submit payment, hover over the link and make sure that's the same link you're about to click on, because that's how a lot of people get tricked. They click on a link, and the next thing you know, you got malware or somebody got spyware in your computer, logging your keys, and then you got your identity hacked. And it's not good for anybody, especially you, because now you broke. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, email links, phishing, all that. But shopping, use the services like PayPal, Visa checkout, and just be mindful of where you're typing your credit card information in, because it can be gone like that, and that's not a good feeling. Like, I've been fortunate enough to not ever, you know, experience that, but
Who let me tell
who
you.
has it happened to you, Major?
Oh God. Um, it was when I went to go get my haircut. It was the day I got paid,
Mm,
and went to the barber. So oh, yeah, like I think I thought I had the money. Everything. I didn't check BB&T or nothing. Went to my
mm,
haircut, and they went to go swipe card, swipe card, swipe card. Nothing.
mm.
I checked it online on my phone. I said, "Yo, where? Why do I have like this negative 1,000 balance? Like what the?"
Not negative one
Luckily,
thousand.
luckily the BB&T was not too far away from where I went to get my
Uh-huh.
haircut, and like the barber, she understood. She let me go and go take care of, because like I chose to look out of the money was supposed to be here. It's not. I don't know what happened. Um, so I went over there and found out that there were multiple $1,000 charges for cosmetics in Australia.
Whoa.
I don't know how they
Whoa.
did it. I still to this day do not know how, but that's why, like, yeah, definitely I recommend going through an intermediary when making these purchases.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it was somewhat difficult to do that because not a lot of places accept PayPal or Visa checkout. That's why I'm glad. And definitely because the cookout has no sponsors, but I found out from another podcast sponsor, privacy.com. Now, as much as it sounds very basic, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you just can't trust basic ass websites,
Privacy.com. That sounds safe.
but it is.
It
It
is so.
is. It is it's an intermediary service where you put in a card and you can create dummy cards,
Mm.
and you can put spending limits on it.
Wow.
So when I go to a site now that only takes a card, I'll go to privacy.com, and actually I have an extension on Chrome, or I use Brave. I have an extension where when they start asking for a credit card, privacy
Yeah.
will be like, "Hey, would you like to create a card for this account or for this purchase?" I just click it. They create a dummy card based off of an account I already have attached.
Mm-hmm.
I paste in the information and just pay for it, and it's seamless. Like I get
Wow.
emails from privacy to let me know that the card had been charged, because I use the card for some recurring payments. So like they'll let
Mm-hmm.
me know, hey, your private card got dinged for this.
Right.
That way I know where that money went, and the service doesn't. I know that the thing I paid for doesn't have my actual cards.
That's good. That is. Oh wow. I'm gonna really check that out,
Like
because
it's
until you
it's
mentioned it
great.
today, I didn't know that.
It's great. I've used it for like I use it for Kickstarter. I have an extension that I use for work that's like $350 a month, and I just put it in there. But
Hmm.
yeah, like I think I even use it for Amazon, because Amazon does not take PayPal.
What? Since what? I've
They
never noticed
never
that.
did.
I've never noticed that. Wow.
Amazon does not take PayPal. Amazon has their own pay service called Amazon Pay, but um, and
I've never noticed that.
also when it comes again for more payment stuff, if you have to go out, and this is actually just
Mm-hmm.
something I recommend doing, regardless if it's holiday shopping or if it's just shopping in general. If you have one, make sure you update your cards to where they have a chip
Yes.
in it. Do that.
Yes. Please do that
Um,
ASAP.
there are cards now, because I know BB&T does it, because I just recently got a card from them that has it. They have NFC chips in it. Tap to pay is the most secure way to pay for something outside of cash,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because you can't with NFC, with contactless payments. What they do is they generate a unique code that
Mm-hmm.
cannot, like, if somebody copied it, it'll be useless after it's used.
Mm-hmm.
So your banks, credit card
Apple
companies,
Pay.
yes, I mean you got Apple
I
Pay,
I
Google Pay,
love Apple Pay.
Samsung Pay, LG Pay. Um, it, the tap to pay service is the most secure because of the fact that it's a unique code that's being used one time.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody copied it, it's useless.
Well, okay, what about people who are like, well, if you're using NFC communication, can't somebody just intercept that signal or whatever and
But again,
blah blah
it
blah?
it only generates a code at the point of payment. It
Mm.
does not constantly generate codes. I mean, if they want to hack your phone using NFC, then that's one thing, and then they still have to be like touching your butt in order to do that. So it's like if somebody really wants to get that up and close just to steal your stuff, like then hey, that good on them. You earned it.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, be like
No,
Norman
but ooh.
Reedus and Death Stranding and don't like to be touched. But yeah, like somebody
Oh
would have to be
gosh.
real close in order to even attack a phone or anything that has an NFC, some way of doing near field communication.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
like nobody has
Yep.
to
I
worry
mean,
about the thing
I
being stolen.
absolutely I love tap to pay because I mean it really comes in clutch sometimes. Oh shoot.
What?
Did I go out?
No, you still here?
I disconnected. I thought
Disconnected
I
from
disconnected.
what?
I, my Skype called for
I still see you and I still hear you.
oh well. But yeah, like
Like
I
I
was
had to
saying.
make sure I was still up. I was like, what
I was like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
happened?
But
Again,
yeah,
Tech Thursdays, everybody.
you're right. It's not Tech Thursdays without technical difficulties.
Right.
I mean,
Look, watch how pros handle it.
right,
Terribly.
exactly. We need to have a, technical difficulty screen next
We
time.
do.
Something happened. Yeah, but no, Apple Pay really comes in clutch. Tap to pay anything because especially if you out um and about and you forget your wallet or something, you can just use your face.
Oh, that's the
Do the
best.
double tap. Listen, Major, I was running late to work one day, or I had an appointment somewhere, and I had to go to Sheets. And I love Sheets because I was like, okay, God, I don't know how I'm about to pay for this gas. I was like, I have my phone. So I double tapped and I scanned it and I was like, hey, and I went back home and got my wallet.
The one
But
thing, also another thing I do love about Apple Pay, and I imagine Google Pay is the same way.
mm,
A lot of apps for a lot of fast food restaurants allow you to use the payment services on your phone.
yes,
I have.
that
It's been
too.
a while since I've stepped into a McDonald's. I go into the app. I put. Well, no, I drive to the McDonald's, pull into the little the spots where you can go pick up the food. I sit there, order the food from that parking spot, pay with my phone, and just sit there. It is the
What?
best.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm
It
actually
is the
start doing that.
best.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
do that for McDonald's. For Burger King, you still have to drive to the drive-through. But
Ooh, you eat Burger King? Wait.
look, don't judge me.
First of
Don't
all, ew.
don't judge me.
How dare you do that to your stomach?
Don't judge me. I have wanted as Jonas Brasco asked, have you tried the Apple Card? I've wanted to try the Apple Card. Um, Unfortunately, my credit is not the best. To where I cannot get that
Hey.
sweet, sweet titanium card. I really want
I
it so
really
bad.
do.
But no, I've not been able to try the Apple Card. I do want to try to reapply soon, but yeah, I've not been able to use it.
I understand the credit situation. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. Ew, Arby's, no. Oh,
Wait,
gosh, no. We not.
wait, what's
Ooh.
wrong with Arby's? What's wrong with
Arby's
Arby's?
nasty too.
Oh, come on, man. You know what? Not only you just youngin' who don't know no tech, you just come and besmirching Burger King and Arby's.
Yo, he keep coming for my age though. Like I keep telling him I am 84. Okay.
I bet you that Apple Card feels great. Like, I just want like a cold card. Like
So
that,
is
just
it
that
like
metal.
metal?
It is a
It's
titanium card.
wow,
Like
I didn't realize
engraved
that.
with your name. And there
Oh,
is, and so if it was stolen, or like if somehow anybody needs your credit card number, there is no credit card number on that card. It is as
oh.
Apple as a credit card can be, and it is the best.
Well, shoot. Once
It
I
is.
get my credit improved, we're gonna go through that. Wow. But
I just want one so bad. Like I've said like I'm all
Just
Apple
whip it out.
everything, and now like I just want an Apple card too. It's like, yo, what's good, dog?
Honestly, you
Somebody can
oh
catch a fade with that Apple card.
honestly, you could slit some throats. Not
Yes.
not that I'm saying go out here and slit throats, y'all. Don't do that. But
Cash
Cash App,
App.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
If you
absolutely.
get Cash App, get the physical card.
Mm-hmm.
One thing Google had going for it, and this is why I don't trust Stadia, because like Google Reader, like Google Wave, this isn't a dig at you this time. Just making a point here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Google
Mm-hmm.
Wallet was a thing, and Google Wallet had a physical card. And what you can do with Google Wallet is you could put money into that account, and it'll be immediately available on that card. I use that at so many conventions, at so many CD ATM machines and gas stations, because I was afraid of the skimmers. They took that away. But luckily, Cash Square came through with the Square Cash App,
Sure did. I'm in clutch.
and they put that card out. That card is now what I use for dummy transactions.
But be careful with that though, y'all, because not everywhere accepts that, unfortunately. Um, I don't know if it's because there was some kind of fraud incident or something, but
It worked for them
they were like,
ATMs though.
right.
That's all I'm worried about. Like if it works on that ATM that could be willed away by Anthony Anderson,
Right.
Like, you take that.
Honestly. Oh
I
my
don't,
goodness.
I don't
But
know what my car. I don't know what kind of STD my credit card gonna catch if I put in this. I'm gonna put
oh no.
this dumb one in there.
No. Oh my god. Protect the credit cards. Use protection. Hey. No, but really. But yeah, just like we said, be careful about where you're clicking and be mindful of the actual site you're on. If you're wondering if it's a secure site before you enter in your payment information, if you're not going to use PayPal or any of the other services just mentioned, look for that lock up in the upper left corner of your URL bar. That just be mindful, and there are little tiny indicators all over the sites you visit to buy things on to
Yeah.
let you know if it's the legitimate site or not.
And still,
Just look for typos.
be careful.
Yeah.
Like even into like I've been to Apple websites that look almost identical to Apple's websites,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you got to be really good. It's almost like you got to be like a designer to see that something was 2 pixels off. It's like, nope, that just don't look right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good. Like if I go to that, like I'll just immediately open up a new tab and like Apple.com. Oh yeah, nah, I'm good.
Mm-mm.
Um,
And honestly, that leads us into the next thing that I was going to mention. Just some more cybersecurity. You know, basic attacks that we actually encounter every day, but we don't really pay attention. Oh, thank you for coming
yes, thank
by.
you,
Appreciate it. Thank you. This is a good session we had here. But
Oh yeah, well I'll put
yeah,
this at the end.
okay. But yeah, I just want to go through like a few because there's a lot out there that y'all may or may not know about. But malware, phishing, ransomware, spoofing, especially ransomware. If you ever, okay, let me give you an example of ransomware. Like if you've ever been on a website and you click on something on the website and it opens up another window or something, and you just start getting like you start hearing a bunch of random noises and alerts or something trying to get your attention to make you think that something's wrong with your computer. Don't click on anything in that window that pops up, please. That is the number one thing, that because that's what hackers and stuff prey on. They prey on your fear because they think that you've got your stuff locked down already, but you don't until you start interacting with their stuff. So you just gotta be careful, because once you click on that link, it'll lock your computer down. And I mean, it will lock everything in your computer down. You won't be able to get anything off. So the safest way to combat that, if you not paying attention for whatever reason, I hope you will pay attention. But just make sure you have a backup of everything on your computer that's not connected to your computer. Because if it's connected to your computer, it'll lock up everything on your backup. So just Be mindful of that. Everybody should have an external with a backup of everything on the computer somewhere. That's the best way to protect your information, especially, during the holiday season. Just be careful of that. That ransomware is nothing to play with. And someone I almost fell victim to that at my job not too long ago, but I caught it because we've been training them, and that's the other thing. Train once you learn about something, tell your friends and your family, hey, this is what you need to be. You don't have to be adept in this information, but you have to just whatever, even if it's just a small little thing about cybersecurity attacks and stuff. Just pass the information on. Just please be mindful. And phishing is mostly in emails. Pay attention to who you're getting emails from, y'all. I mean, if you getting something from Microsoft at don'treply.hdmi.com, but you just saw Microsoft and you think it's legitimate, first of all, I would be concerned about your reading skills. Second of all,
not to plug my Instagram, but definitely follow Instagram.com/Major Linux.
yes,
I get those emails on the regular, and if I've had a bad day, I will screen cap them. And like, I got this beautiful iPad Pro with this sexy Apple Pencil, and I will mark up and draw everything. So do not do. Do you think I am a fool?
right?
For all of them.
Honestly. Oh, and another thing. Speaking of passwords, don't use the same password for everything you have out there, y'all.
Stop.
I run into so many people. You know what the minimum? I'm sorry, I'm getting hype about this because I deal with it every day. Okay, listen. So many people use the same password for every freaking account they have out there, and that's how you're basically you're setting yourself up for failure. The minimum amount of characters you're supposed to have in your password now is 16. You're supposed to have at least 16, okay? And you should at least be using randomized characters as much as you can. It's easy. Dictionary attacks are so easy, especially if the person who is attacking you knows who you are, knows your background. So if you got like mama and them as your password, they gonna know mama and them, and they gonna guess mama and them, and then you gonna be in debt. So you just gotta be careful. Please change your passwords every like 90 days if you can. Even if I know I'm a frequent user of reset passwords. I forget. If I don't write it down, I forget. Okay, I'm gonna calm down because
to piggyback on that,
venting.
to piggyback on that and let her calm down. Like, again, using 60 characters for password, yes, that is excessive. But luckily, like Uriah has mentioned, shouts out to Uriah in the chat for mentioning this. Using a password manager like LastPass, OnePass, KeyPass, Dashlane, I think is one. Like, there are so many password managers out there that can be used that not only store all these different passwords, but can generate these secure passwords. Like, I tell people that all of my passwords are so secure, like so complicated now, that if someone were to hold a gun to my head and demand me to give them a password, as dark as it sounds, I'd die because I couldn't give it to them. Like, I don't even know what my passwords are.
Honestly, biometrics are good too, though.
But they still need to be they need to be paired with something. So like, using Touch ID or Face ID, as much as that is secure or whatever, it's still only one factor, which brings me to the next thing. Using two-factor authentication for things.
Yes.
So even if you have a secure password, or even if you don't, hackers are getting to a point where they can social engineer customer service where they don't need the password to get in. However, if you have something like a YubiKey, or even use like Google Authenticator, I use Authy because, again, I can install it everywhere and it's synced to the cloud. Using two-factor authentication is super helpful because it gives that extra barrier of defense. It requires you to have a device that is on you. Now, granted, like, I have it installed on my computer, but that's the thing. The computer is on me. So having that two-factor auth on top of a secure password will definitely keep you secure out here.
Mm-hmm. And also, nobody can hack a piece of paper unless you leave it around somewhere. Then you get a social engineer. But anyway, use those password managers. Please write your passwords down. Keep it somewhere safe. Just be mindful of what you're doing.
If you do not have
Okay.
because I know all of y'all are on Twitch right now because you're talking to us. If you do not have two-factor authentication on Twitch right now, stop what you're doing.
Go turn it
Turn
on.
it on.
Go turn it on.
Turn it on.
I was sitting with my sister yesterday. She was telling me that somebody got her password to her Blizzard account, and the only way that it got stopped was because she had that two-factor authentication.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it happened to somebody else at work too recently. So, I mean, it's happening. It is literally happening, guys. And
like I've had people requesting or trying to reset my Humble password. Like they may have somehow obtained my Humble password, but because I had two-factor auth, they couldn't do anything. And like all they could do was try to reset it. But again, because they didn't have access to my email address, they couldn't get that request. So yeah, like that two-factor auth can keep people out. Like again, like you can have a stupid dumb password. You can have mama and them as your password. But for the love of God, please turn on two-factor auth. Like go for your banks.
Mm-hmm.
For telecommunications, banks. Like your cable, especially your cell phone.
Yes.
Because what's going to happen is there are some sites that do two-factor auth, but they do it through SMS text message. The creator or the head guy for Black Lives Matter, he had two-factor auth, but because Twitter uses SMS text messages, the hackers social engineered his mobile carrier, had them reroute the SIM card to a new phone, so the phone number is reporting to a phone he did not have control of, and then reset his password and was able to get the two-factor auth text to the new phone, and was able to hack into his Twitter account.
That's the same thing that happened to that I can't remember his name, but he had the Twitter handle @N or something.
That's right. Yeah, they had a whole Wired article. Like his whole day just got just flipped upside down. I remember it as
Yeah, y'all go look that up. Social engineering is real, y'all. It is real. Just people so gullible. Like, I don't understand.
Why? I mean, luckily they're getting better, and for a lot of companies, their IT departments are doing the necessary steps to train employees. Like I'm in support, not in IT, so I get the emails from our ITs. Like they send dummy emails, and I will send them back to the IT. It's like, yeah, so I got this email. Like, good job, you found the fake one. Like, oh, okay, yay, because I'm gonna go click on it, right?
Right. And there's always gonna be those people that no matter how much training you put them through, they're still just not going. They're just not. But it's okay as long as the majority gets the training and is good. That's all that matters. But.
All right, so we got 4 minutes left. I know you had a hard stop, man.
It's okay. It's okay. We can save that for next time.
Yes, but I do want to put this out there. Windows 10 update. I've applied it. It's not much different than what it was in 1903. It should be okay, but of course you'll see somebody say, "Oh no, it's the end of the world. My computer's on fire." But hey, take it with a grain of salt. Nothing major has changed in this new update. But yeah, so that's going to be in episode 1 of Tech Talk Thursdays with Major and Anka, of course. Again, we will be live hopefully each Thursday at 7:00 p.m. Eastern. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter. It's apparently it seemed like we had a lot to talk about. We weren't even sure if we want to cover an hour.
Honestly.
So, but yeah,
honestly,
get somebody heated about cybersecurity and they just go.
Hey, listen, y'all, I'm trying to become a certified ethical hacker. I have to be passionate about this stuff. I have to know. I am going. I am heading that way. Okay. I'm not gonna hack y'all, but I just let you know. I'm heading.
Have to, but so So for future episodes, what we're going to do is we're going to have topics that are going to be ready to discuss. But for me, like for people who want me to try to, people have asked me to teach stuff like this, and I can't teach. I'm a person who would rather get questions, rather answer the questions, give you in-depth answers to the questions. If I don't have them, I try to point you in the right direction. So for me, what you guys can do for us, or especially for me, is if you have the questions, I'm gonna open
Shoot
up
us
a
a
form.
DM.
You can shoot us a DM in on Discord, Twitter, or I guess Discord because I didn't put any Twitter handles anywhere, so that's the thing that I gotta fix for next time.
Hey,
What I'm
it's the
also
first
gonna
episode.
do, what I'm also gonna do is for those who are a part of the Cookout community, I'm gonna put a thread up in the Cookout forums so that we can actually post the questions there. And if I can hold back answering the question on the forums, I will try to answer them on the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was going to touch on it, but after I went on my rant, um, part of the next episode, I will be talking about why cybersecurity is such a great field for women as well. So ladies, men, okay, come on with me. We gonna show these men how it's done.
Hey, please do.
We out here, we know. But now I really enjoyed this. This was great. Oh my god.
Yes, thank you
I gotta
everybody
I
who
gotta
came
get
out,
good.
who contributed. Again, like pointing out things that we missed. Yeah, shouts out to Uriah for pointing it out.
Yes.
We're talking about Apple Card, Cash App. That was
Jumped
Kev.
in, yeah.
I know I'm forgetting a whole bunch of people because look, it's the most people I've ever seen in the Twitch chat in a long time. So,
y'all 8-bit. Y'all have been great contributors
yes,
to
thank
our
you so
conversation,
much.
and we appreciate the interaction.
But yeah, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to look for us on Twitter, Discord. We out here. We out here doing the thing.
We out here.
For episode 1, I've been Major.
It's your girl. You already know who it is.
And oh my god. And we'll catch you next week.
See y'all later.
I can't with you.
You love me.
You're right.
I see.